Hola.
Hola.
Lightspeed Spanish. This is podcast 22 for early intermediate, and today we're talking about the weather.
The weather.
And we're doing this specially for a student Dirk, a student who's asked us to explain a little bit about the weather. And let's
in past and future.
And future. Okay. So the weather is a topic that everybody talks about. We probably in the UK we talk more about the weather than they do in Spain. You know, what's the point? Oh, it's hot today. Oh, it's hot again. Oh, it's hot. It's going to be hot tomorrow as well. It was hot yesterday. Whereas here we have a little bit more variety. Okay, so let's start with some basic things, Cynthia. First of all, with weather, there are two verbs that are primarily used with weather. Which are they?
Hacer, which is to make.
To make.
Even though you don't say to make in.
We certainly don't in English, no.
And estar.
Okay, and this is probably where a little bit of confusion comes in about which kinds of weather use hacer and which kinds of weather use estar. We'll not go through the whole thing because it's a very broad spectrum, but let's use the basic stuff. What goes with hacer typically?
Hacer, hace frío.
Frío.
By the way, we always use hacer in the third person. Hace.
Singular.
In present. Singular. Hace frío, hace calor, hace bochorno. You don't use that in England. Oh, no, sí, hace bochorno, sí. Hace
sol.
Hace sol. ¿Qué más?
Hace viento.
Hace viento.
So I would say they're the key ones, aren't they? Yeah. And then with estar.
Está nublado. Está. ¿Qué más? No
está. What happens?
Oh, está nevando.
Nevando.
Snowing.
Yeah. So what happens is we've got this thing with estar where we use the actual verb for what's happening. Like we've got a verb llover.
Sí.
To rain, and then nevar.
To snow.
To snow. Yeah. If we just spend just a few minutes on this, Cynthia,
Vale.
if you allow me, because of all of the problems that people have with the weather, it seems that they have these massive issues with rain and snow. Okay. The reason is because what we've got a verb which is, for example, if we do rain, the verb is
Llover.
llover. Okay. But the noun is
Lluvia.
okay, and this gets all mixed up. All right, and also because some people have done French, they get this weird pronunciation. So how do you pronounce rain? The rain is
La lluvia.
okay, la lluvia, and then to rain,
Llover.
llover. Okay, now what you can do is you can say, for example, it rains. For example, in England, it rains. Okay, so what you're doing is you're using the verb in third person. It rains. How do you do that? How do you say it rains, Cynthia?
Llueve.
Okay, so you can hear that verb slightly irregular. It's llover, but when it's conjugated, it becomes ue. So you get
Llueve.
llueve. Okay, so that's just talking about raining. You can look out the window and say, ah, llueve. Yeah. But if you want to say it is raining, then you use estar. And how do you say that?
Está lloviendo.
Okay, so you've got some options. One, llueve, will work for both. It's raining or it rains. But está lloviendo will only work when
it's happening now.
It's happening now when you look out the window. Okay, so you choose what you want to use, but you must bear in mind that you're going to hear both. And then nevar quickly. Again, that's irregular, isn't it?
Sí.
It's snowing. It snows. How do you do that?
Vale. So it snows. Nieva.
Nieva. Okay, so there's an I appears in there. So again, it's irregular. And it's snowing.
Está nevando.
Okay.
And snow is la nieve.
Snow is la nieve, so that's the noun, la nieve. Okay, so. And if you say it snows, how do you say that?
Nieva.
Nieva. So you've got nieva and la nieve. So you can see why there's a bit of confusion. But really, the best way is just to choose to say it one way. rather than have está nevando, nieva. Okay.
So
Right.
what about if we take it to the past tense? If we talk about yesterday or last week or last summer.
Okay. So should we deal with rain?
Oh, yeah, let's deal with rain.
Okay. Yesterday it rained.
Ayer llovió.
So third person, it just happens to be in preterite. It rained. Llovió. Okay. And yesterday it snowed.
Ayer nevó.
Okay. Now both of these expressions are talking about very distinct, measurable periods of time. It rained yesterday, in brackets, for 3 hours. Okay. But if we want to say it was raining yesterday, how would you say that?
Ayer llovía.
Okay. So what Cynthia's done is she's used the imperfect tense, this was-ing tense, which is it was. And it was snowing yesterday?
Ayer nevaba.
Okay. Now, let's move to the future.
Okay, just say that if I had to choose, I would tend to say ayer nevó and ayer llovió with the preterite. Unless you want to make it seem ongoing for the past tense, then you would use imperfect, but if not, choose the preterite.
Sure.
One off, because it's done, isn't it? It rained.
But yeah, the preterite puts it inside of a bubble of time, whereas if it was intermittent all day, on, off, you might choose to use the imperfect, yeah?
And let's use something in with the verb hacer
Ah, yes.
as well.
It was sunny yesterday.
Ayer hizo calor.
Hizo.
Hizo.
H-I-Z-O. So that's the preterite past for hacer, so it's a very irregular verb, hizo.
Hizo
Yeah.
calor.
And,
O hizo frío.
or it was windy yesterday.
Hizo viento.
So it's just the same one all the time for the past. Hizo, hizo, hizo. You put the word on.
In imperfect, it would be ayer hacía calor, ayer hacía frío, o ayer hacía viento.
So all the same. So, and obviously it's very simple distinction between hizo and hacía. So if for clarity of mind, you just stick with one. Hizo. You said it, it's fine. Everybody understands that, yeah? All right.
Mañana.
Mañana.
Tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow it's going to snow.
Mañana va a nevar.
Okay, literally. Third person singular. It is going. Va a nevar. And it's going to rain tomorrow.
Mañana va a llover.
What about it's going to be sunny?
Mañana va a hacer sol.
Can you do that slow? Because that was very quick through there.
Mañana va a hacer sol.
So did you hear, just out of interest, did you hear Cynthia? She said, va a hacer sol. But do it quickly. And
Mañana va a hacer sol.
Va a hacer, va a hacer.
Va a hacer sol.
Whoosh, that's all compressed together. Va a hacer. Okay, and it's going to be warm tomorrow.
Mañana va a hacer calor.
And it's going to be stifling tomorrow.
Mañana va a hacer bochorno. Bochorno, isn't it?
Bochorno.
Bochorno.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about. Should we do a little conversation? Talk about the weather this week that we've had.
Okay.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa?
Sí, porque ayer, el viernes, hace 2 días, por la mañana hacía mucho calor. Durante la mañana.
¿En qué día?
El viernes.
El viernes.
Durante la mañana hacía calor. Bastante calor.
Sí. Ajá.
Para, abril, ¿no? Después, a mediodía, a las 2 más o menos, empezó a granizar.
Sí.
Y después
Nevó.
nevó.
Y fue un día interesante.
Sí.
Entonces, that's the way that you talk about the past, okay? So we hope that's been helpful. We'll cut that there because we've
My
just
son
heard
is crying.
Sebastian upstairs crying. Okay, so, nos vamos.
Y nos vemos.
Adiós.
Hasta luego.